Alright, so here we are again, right? A few more things to discuss. So you just looked at a few different slides, right? One alluded to mountain men. There's a couple of questions, right, about their role, and not just the marker revolution, but also manifest destiny. There's a lot of ties there too. And one of the biggest things thereafter, right, is fur, especially beaver fur, which is still very valuable. And if you consider all of the elements that were brought to America almost 2 centuries before this, with the French and their hunt for fur, their just an unquenchable thirst for fur because of its value, and then words like rendezvous, you can still see the French sort of lineage in that hunt for fur, right? What do you think? You want to talk to me? Yeah. Also the graph. There was a graph that showed, a line graph that showed different patterns of settlement and how many acres are being taken over by whites in certain areas. And that's a really important graph because California spikes the most, which is, it's alluding to the gold rush, of course. But you also have Oregon and Mexico, which are actually, or I'm saying Mexico, but actually, California being part of Mexico at this point, and Utah is also. So you have that bearing and this sort of direction of we're going northwest, we're going and towards Oregon, and we're going southwest and towards what really is Mexican. And of course, we could also make the claim, as we have many times, that it's all native, right? What's more true? You had enough? Can we get out? You want to be in there anymore? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good, what you doing? Alright. But, let's move from the sun here, pal. So, Oregon fever is highly political, right? And James Polk, right, who wants to come to president, is promising 54-40-year fight, right? So, in other words, we will take all of Oregon, which at that point occupies part of British Columbia, right, in Canada, or we will fight the British. And of course, despite all that rhetoric, that political rhetoric, we end up fighting who? The Mexicans, right? The weaker, the non-white Mexicans, and not just my feelings, but I think it is basis a lot of basis for this in history is that the Mexicans being the weaker, being the easier target too for the press. Remember, manifest destiny is a press thing. It is not a presidential thing. So it's easy for James Polk to say to the British, we're going to settle with you and go and fight the Mexicans instead. Yeah, it's true. You're cute. All right. So again, important stuff. And all these paintings you see too, it really glamorizes. I've used the word superficial, I think, so many times. Right, Theodore? And the gas painting too. I don't know. We didn't talk about it, Theodore and I, that is, in the last screencast. But remember, you have to remember that there's light, there's darkness, there's a lot of imagery in that painting that means a lot. So we're gonna sign off right now because I think this guy needs a breather from the history, right? Say Happy Holidays and Happy New Year to the kids, right? They wanted to see you, so this might be your last screencast. All right.